Alright, this is John Gold, and I'm here in New York City at Ground Zero. And I'm here today with Cosmos. Hey Cosmos, how you doing?
Hey John, I'm doing okay.
Cosmos and I are two people that have dedicated our lives to the pursuit of justice, truth, and accountability with regards to the 9/11 attack. So what brings you to New York?
Well, I came here to meet my good friend John Gold here at the scene of the crime.
Right.
You know, after all these years, you know, 9/11 is still, it's just a sick and horrible mass murder for which we haven't had any accountability whatsoever. All these years later, you know, we're coming up on 10 years.
Yep.
And they're building over this site here. It's just crazy. I mean, 9/11 is so disgusting to me. I lost someone on 9/11. A lot of people lost someone on 9/11. We all lost a lot
Yes, we
on
did.
9/11. All of us from all around the world. You know, the majority of us, except for the very few who have made and are continuing to make a lot of money, a lot of blood money off this mass murder that there was never any investigation for. And it makes me sick. I mean, 9/11 in general is the last thing that I want to think about or talk about or have anything to do with. But until there is justice for this mass murder, this gigantic mass murder, then it's going to be a part of my life. And I'm going to be dedicated to doing, you know, what I can to help get justice for this. All I'm interested in 9/11 is a legitimate, independent criminal investigation of the crime leading up to prosecution of those responsible for this crime.
Just so everybody knows, Cosmos is responsible for the creation of the 11th of every month until justice action.
Yes, the 11th day of every month until justice, the Truth Action campaign.
Absolutely.
Started that about 3.5 years ago. And that's a campaign that's been responsible for inspiring hundreds and hundreds of actions, literally all around the world. It's going on to this day, and it's going to be going on until justice.
You should really be proud of yourself for that, because you know, it is one of the sustained actions of the 9/11 cause, and so you should be proud of that.
Well, I'm glad I did it.
Americans are apathetic towards a lot of issues. What do you think would finally make or break people, or finally make people get off their asses and do something to save this country?
Well, you know, I mean, everyone says that no one's going to do jack shit until it hits people in the pocketbook, you know, until it affects their lives. You know, we've really got a system of entertainment, infotainment, entrainment going on around the world. It's not just Americans, you know, where people are really, you know, absorbed, really preoccupied in making ends meet, you know, and putting food on their families. You know, in the rat race, and it's really getting more and more so with the, you know, with the way the economy is. And so, you know, for the majority of people, you know, when they have a few minutes off from, you know, from chasing the dollar, they like to kick back and be entertained.
What do you have to say to those people in the 9/11 Truth cause that have legitimately tried their best to bring closure, justice to this issue?
Well, to those people, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I mean, that's kind of like one of the saving graces of being in this world, is knowing that there are, you know, a few committed, caring people who are willing to do something despite the seemingly insurmountable odds, you know, despite the fact that it seems like no one gives a shit.
Right.
You know, who, because they care, because they know that it actually is important, they're willing to do something. To those people, I say thank you.
And what about to the asshole?
Well, they're not worth the time of day. I want to say a couple of things.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. I want to say that, you know, like I was saying, like I don't even want to think about 9/11 for a second. I'd rather not, you know, but until there is justice, until there's accountability, it will be a part of my life. You know, and over the last, you know, 2 or 3 years, just being so heavily involved. I mean, I've been involved actively in this cause since early 2002. So that's a little more than 8 years now. And, you know, for over the last 2 or 3 years, I really reached a point where, you know, it's burnout. You know, it's
Yep.
too much. You know,
Can't
it's too
do
much
this forever.
It's too much trauma all the time. You know, when you're really working, like I said, against insurmountable odds, seemingly insurmountable odds. At the same time, you're being attacked by people who are, you know, supposedly on your side, on the same team. All the crap that goes with this.
Right.
You know, it's a burnout, and so I was smart enough to just really try to take a break and create some distance between myself and this cause, you know, over the course of a bunch of months. And it was really a good thing to do because the things that keep me alive, the things I'm really interested in are music, art, and love. Not necessarily in that order.
Right.
But, you know, really getting reconnected to the things that I really love in life and sort of refocusing my life so that that's central in what I'm doing has really helped a lot, you know, and when it's like that, I'm okay with the 9/11 stuff being a part of my life.
It's all about balance. And
It's about balance, it really is, and it's really important if you want to do a good job, you know, if you don't want your work to be tinged with anxiety and burnout and frustration and bitterness, because, you know, for a long time I did kind of feel bitter. It's like, wow, 8 years of my life into this black hole, and it's like, yeah, I am proud of Truth Action, and I am proud of the 11th day of every month. I am proud of all those actions going on out there that are continuing, but at the same time, it's like, where's my life, you know?
Right.
I want to be making music, I want to be having fun and doing this and that, and so it's kind of like getting my life in order has really helped replenish me, and now my 9/11 work can be a part of my life and not my life.
And you highly recommend that to a lot of people.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, really the people who are doing the most work, who really care, they tend to be really beautiful people who love the beautiful things in life, and it's important that we don't deprive ourselves of the beauty that's available in this world, as ugly as it gets, you know, as shitty as it gets. There's a lot of beauty and love to be had in the world, and it's important that we center ourselves in that if we really want to do a good job. And so I feel like that's where I'm at now. And you know, after 8 years of being involved with this and just kind of really pissed off at it a lot of time, my work in 9/11 actually eventually led me to meeting the love of my life.
And so we offer you congratulations on your upcoming wedding, and we hope that you guys are very happy, or I hope that you're very happy.
Thanks. So at this point, I can't ever say that, you know, that the pursuit of 9/11 justice never did anything for me. Because actually, you know, following my heart, following, you know, what I feel is the right thing to do, as disgusting as it would get sometimes, and just, you know,
Right.
it ultimately led me to, you know, a really good thing. And, you know, so I think that's out there for people too. You know, just really follow your heart and keep doing what's right. And, you know, you can make that a part of a really, you know, healthy life, you know, where you're contributing
Healthy
to the
activism.
world community.
Healthy activism and a healthy life. All right, let me just say thanks, Cosmos, for taking the time to come out and see me today, and for coming to New York and Ground Zero. And we're paying our respects, and so thanks very much, Cosmos.
And also, wait, one more thing, because there is a scoop for you, John Gold.
What's that?
I am involved in a project that I'm very excited about, and it's probably the most excited that I've been about a project having to do with the pursuit of 9/11 justice in a very, very long time. And I can't give any spoilers, but there will be announcements soon, and it's going to be an ongoing project, and I think it's going to do a lot of good, so I'm excited about that.
Thanks a lot, Cosmos.
Thanks, John.